Let's welcome everyone here to the Smashboard Show right here on Smash FM. We're out here on the road. We're here at beautiful Park Orchards here in Melbourne, outer east. But let's go to our friends up in Queensland, of course, to the Sunshine State, and for the Aspley Hornets in particular. They just fell short of making it to the big dance this year, being binned by the Sharks in straight sets. And of course, we've got a very special guest on the show. She is my favourite player there at Aspley because her name is Jaimie Bryant. She joins us right now. Thanks, Jaimie, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. Well, I guess pretty tough campaign for the team. How did you see the season?
I feel like we started the season really strong. Like we were undefeated up until halfway. I feel like we were very good at taking the game on, using those 45s. And then halfway through the season, we kind of just started to fall off a little bit. A bit of injuries, a lot of sickness going around. And then a few interruptions with like state teams and the academy girls. We just didn't quite get there in the end, unfortunately.
Looking back, I guess anything that the team can learn from the Gold Coast teams to hopefully to improve next year?
I mean, definitely there's always like room for improvement no matter what. The Gold Coast teams are very tall. I feel like we don't have much height on our side. So unfortunately, not a lot we can do there, but they're also very strong, contested and fast pace, which I think we were in the first half. So going into next year, I think if we can just stick to what we know and do, I think we'll go a lot further.
Let's talk a bit about your year. How do you think you played personally?
I think the first half of the year was probably some of the best footy I've played in a while. I'm playing a different role this year, I guess. I'm used to being a bit of a halfback run-off player, but now I'm on the wing. I didn't used to love the wing, wasn't very fit last year, but Luke really got the fitness up this year, and I absolutely love it. I love running up and down and being that connecting player.
Okay, so you mentioned that last year would have been your first year playing in the wing. What were you playing before that? And do you still like your other position better than the wing?
Um, I I used to love halfback. I did, but now that I've learnt the wing and that I'm fit enough to play the wing, I definitely prefer it there. I like having the space to run and do what I want. I still love playing halfback, but it's very much you follow your player. But yeah, a lot more freedom to run amok on the wing.
You might as well tell us a bit about your coach, Luke. I actually didn't actually ask any of your teammates this question when I've had them on the show last couple of times. I might as well ask you. Tell us a bit about your coach, Luke.
Ah, put me on the spot. Nah, nah, Luke's great. He really pushes us to do like be the best that we can personally as players. He really works with us on our goals and what we want from footy, as well as pushing like the team to do the best we can. I think, yeah, he does well to look after about 70 girls on a list. So, yeah, lots of respect for him.
Let's talk a bit about your footy journey. Where did it all start and why did you choose it?
It was a bit of an accident, to be honest. So when I was younger, I played netball, soccer, like any sport under the sun. So I'm from rural Northern Territory up in Katherine. So footy was not a thing growing up. It wasn't until I was about 15. They had like the school sport competition in Darwin for the under 15s like state team trials. Anyway, I just went up to fill in for like the Catherine team. Never played footy before. So like, oh, I guess I'll go have a run. Somehow I managed to get selected for that team and kind of all just started from there.
Obviously, NTFL football is amazing, especially on the women's side. And there's so many amazing players that's come out of the NTFL, especially the last couple of seasons. I guess, did you get a chance to play in the NTFL during obviously well, for everywhere else it would have been the off season? And how important was to have so many Southerners that came up to the NT?
Yeah, it's really cool. So I've been playing in the NTFL since like I was 15. I've been so I go back for the holidays. I play a few games and then I'll fly back for finals. Yeah, no, it's really cool seeing all these all this NT talent finally get recognised and like getting to play in the AFLW. I was at St Mary's like when Daniel Ponta first got drafted, and now since then we've had like Shanti Bush and Annabelle Kiewit just got drafted. Like it's pretty cool. Like you just know these people, you play against them every week, and now they're on the big stage. It's pretty surreal.
Mentioned about your NTFL club, St Mary's. Are you going to be heading back there next? Well, actually coming up, which I think starts the season in about a month's time.
Oh, look, the coach has already been messaging me, so there's a high likelihood that I'm probably going to go back for a few games.
I'm assuming as well. Is there one team in the NTFL that you love to beat the most? I know Pints won a couple, and I know obviously Waratah has made the finals a couple times and made the grand finals. Is there one particular one that you love to beat the most?
I think it would be pretty nice to beat Pints, you know, that I was playing in I think it was the semi-finals against them. We lost at fourth quarter, like after fourth quarter, that hurt a bit. So it'd be nice to get a bit of redemption from that one.
Yeah. Assuming your highlight would have been winning the QAFLW Premiership in 2022, I think, 21, 22, I think, at another club.
Mhm.
What does that mean to you?
Yeah, no, it was really cool. I guess coming from I'd only ever played in the NTFL, coming over to Brisbane, like my first year, like my first real year of actually consistently training as well. Because I guess coming from Catherine, like it's a 3 hour drive up to play, so I didn't really train. But yeah, such a different style of footy in Queensland, and it was yeah, I felt very lucky that just got to rock up and somehow get to play in a premiership final and win. It was pretty cool. And back it up the next year as well.
Yeah. Which one of the premierships that you won means a little bit more than the other one?
I have to say the second one because it went into extra time.
That's right.
Everyone was super hurt and sore. And I specifically remember Ava Seaton kicking the first goal in extra time. It was like the biggest sense of relief I'd ever felt. But yeah, that was probably one of the most best wins we've had.
Yeah. You played alongside amazing players in that premiership team who have gone to bigger and better things as well, winning another premiership in the AFLW. I know you don't want to single anyone out, but is there top 5 players that you've played alongside with that I guess is a standout to you in regarding to how it's changed your game?
Oh, that's a tough one. So many, really. I guess if we go back to UQ days, playing with Steph O'Brien, she's such a great athlete, and she's just continuing to get better and better. Um, who else? Pity, my current captain now, she's a great mentor and leader, and it's super awesome to be able to play with her. Louis Tyson is an absolute weapon. It's so fun being able to play with her. She also helps, I guess, with my training. We keep each other accountable for training standards and stuff like that, which is super awesome. Oh, two more. There's so many. It's like honestly, like, and all the girls at Aspley really like it's such a great club to be a part of, and the girls there are amazing.
Mm. All the premiership players I've had on the show, especially from Aspley, who played at your other club, as well. Did you get a chance to kiss on that very, very big premiership cup?
Yes, I definitely did. After maybe one or two drinks later. uh, no, it was good fun.
Yeah. Were you surprised on how big it is?
Yes, I was. It was really heavy too. I went to grab it like with one hand, and I was like, "Oh no." Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like would carry it around. I think that it was one. I think it was the second year. I just carried it around with me for most of the night. You know, people had to try and take it off me.
Nice, nice. Now the medals as well. It's a two-part question. The first part is, how long did you wear your medal around your neck for, and did you sleep with it? And then the second part of that question, which is almost a follow-up, did you buy it on your medal? And if so, was it pure gold on the day? Obviously not now, but on the day.
Okay, first part. My medal. I wore it when we went like out and had a few drinks and celebrated. I'm one to like keep wearing it. You know, I don't want to show off too much. I'm sure the other team were already hurting. They didn't need to see it all over social media. Second part, yes, of course, I bit into my medal. Probably further evidence of that. And yes, it tasted like real gold in the moment.
Now, of course, you would have got the flag as well. Did you wear the flag as a cape, or did you take it home as a blanket if you had a chance to take it home?
I feel like it's almost like mandatory to wear it as a cape at some point. Like you gotta share it around and get a photo on it. So definitely wore it as a cape. Didn't get to take it home though.
The one thing I love about the Queensland Premiership photos in particular is that you obviously you have your normal photo on the dais, and then you have another team photo that everyone gets to touch on the Premiership Cup. Did you get to do that in both years? And how good was it? And was it easy enough to get to the cup?
So the first year was really tough to get to the cup. I look back at the photo and I cringe because like I'm so far on the edge and I've got little arms and I was barely touching the cup. Like second year though, yeah, I made sure I was in a better position.
So you learnt your lesson then from the first
I
year.
did. I learned my lesson. You know, got to get in there.
Yeah. So what does the sport of football mean to you now? Obviously, starting in NT, now you're in Queensland. What does the sport of footy mean to you now, and especially playing for the Aspley Hornets?
I guess at the moment it's just like personally, I just want to keep playing good footy. Like I want to keep improving. Um and I think playing at Aspley has allowed me to do that. I feel like I've improved so much in the 2 years that I've been there. Um yeah, and I just want to hopefully redemption and premiership with the Aspley girls would be great for next year.
Yeah. Any future ambitions in the sport of footy?
I think I'm getting to the age where obviously would love to be drafted, but I guess you know, getting a bit older now in drafting terms. So whatever happens, happens. I just want to keep playing footy, having fun, and playing the best footy that I can.
Mm. Now, I'm saying this true to heart because you're my favorite player. Um, it's not going to be the only time I'm going to mention it throughout this interview. But any thought about playing down here in Melbourne?
I mean, I've definitely thought about it, but also I'm not good at like in cold at all. I struggle in
Oh,
the Brisbane winter. I don't know. I genuinely don't know how I would go down there. With if they played in the summer, 100% would love to, but it's just the weather putting me off.
Okay. So what would be your advice to people that should get involved in footy and especially hopefully get involved in the Aspley Hornets in 2025?
I think, yeah, especially for like women and like like young girls, I think footy's such a great sport to be a part of. It's awesome having like the under 17s and under 15s come and watch. Like it really, like it's crazy to think that like these younger girls are looking up to us when we're just playing a sport we love. But even for like the older girls that haven't played before, they still come down and give it a go, and it's just such a good environment to be around other like strong, empowering women, really.
Now, let's finish off a couple light-hearted questions about your teammates. Now, see, we get a very similar answers to your other two teammates I've had on the show in the last month or so.
Right.
Which is who is the comedian, the best singer, and the best dancer on the team?
All right. So I think Pez and Emma would think they're the funniest on the team.
Yes.
But like also credit to Elise, she's unintentionally hilarious. She's good value. Best singer and dancer. There's probably a few girls. Like the young ones, Lilu, Holly, Izzy. They love to have a good boogie and sing before we run out. Pez as well. Yeah. But like we have like a bit of a pre-game song that all the girls get around before we run out as well. So
And may I ask, what is that particular song and who's the responsible one for the speakers?
oh, Gabby's the goat. She brings the speaker every training and every game, and I'm pretty sure she's on music choices as well. So she does a good job.
Yeah. Do you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
I do. So it's only started within the last few years, but I have to have my hair in buns, like two
Oh,
buns at
yes.
the back. Because I used to have really long hair, like down to my bottom, so I used to like braid it, but now it's too short. So for some reason, it's become a ritual that I have to have the two buttons when I'm playing.
Mm. I know, I definitely noticed that. So I'm glad you've clarified what how what why you've done it that way. So um
Yeah, it puts people off. They're like, "Oh, she's so cute," and like, "You can't hurt me," and then, it's a tactic.
oh, love it. Love it. Any embarrassing moments by anyone on the team?
Yeah, honestly, there's some pretty good like action photos out there. Michael and Anthony, they're like love their work, but they get some good photos of me and the other girls.
Any particular ones that you like to share about your one?
Oh, there's plenty. Yeah, I make really good footy faces. So if you look at any of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Or also when I kick, I give like a peace sign. It's when I
Oh,
drop the ball, there's always a bit of a peace sign happening. Not sure why, but
okay. I might have to go back and have a look at those photos. I didn't actually notice that. So
yeah. Well, yeah. If you get it at the right moment, my ball drop. For some reason, it's yeah, peace sign. It's a bit of a joke.
nice.
We got sent into the chat.
Yeah. And the final two I'm gonna ask as well. Any good nicknames in the team we should know about?
Ooh, good nicknames. I don't know if there's a good nicknames. We just call people by their nicknames. I remember one time the commentator asked, "Is that Emma Pittman?" pointing to like Pity, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have no idea. I only know her as Pity. Like I don't know her name." Yeah.
Oh, oh god.
You would think that I would put two and two together, Emma Pittman, but I
Yeah.
didn't.
Gotta love commentators up there. Ask you your players. Because that's the same response I got from everyone else. So
Yeah.
Okay, and the last one is I'm assuming I'm pretty sure you had a fine system this year, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Who copped the most fines, and what was the strangest fine that you copped?
Elise definitely copped the most fines. That girl is a walking fine. She's single-handedly paying for our footy trip, I swear. Poor thing. Like it got to the point where we started feeling a little bit bad. Like so we gave her like some credits because we're like, we're
Yes.
sorry, Elise. Yeah. I was pretty lucky. I didn't get fined for too much. I would accidentally take my like GPS home a few times. But um
Oh.
yeah, and be like, wow, Jaimie's running so fast. Like but yeah, no, I got through pretty luckily compared to some of the girls.
Okay, you mentioned about Leeds and you mentioned about the credit. I'm pretty sure LT, I think Lewis Tyson mentioned that you mentioned about the credit. Did she do something at a what was that? At a luncheon and she did a brilliant dance or something like that, and then she got a credit for that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we also have an assistant coach. Oh no, our sports and S&C coach. He got up in front of everyone and did the worm when he was drunk. So we gave him a credit for that as well. So yeah, you can get credits for doing some good things.
Oh, nice. Well, Jaimie, it is an absolute honor to have you on the show. As I've said it at the start and during the interview, I'm going to say it again at the end. You are my favorite player, Aspley. Thank you so much for getting up some time to join us. Best of luck in 2025. I can't wait to come up to Queensland next year to watch you in action. Hopefully, get to meet you in person this time as well. I'll be there to cheer on the Hornets in 2025.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
No worries. And that's Jaimie there joins from the Aspley Hornets Footy Club. Of course, we'll put all the details up on how you can get involved with the Hornets in the 2025 QAFLW season, and hopefully get this team over the line, go 1, 2 steps better than this year in 2024. There's more on the Smash Sports show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.